Hey guys, it's your boy Jay, and today I will be reacting to EA just made a new update to Madden 24. Okay, and by this first thumbnail right here, it looks like it's the Pro Bowl, the AFC NFC Pro Bowl. Wait a minute, are they doing it like in real life, like how it's not like the traditional way? Last year wasn't the traditional, it was the flag football. Not gonna lie to you, it was a lot of fun to watch. And it was time for them to change it up. Just like the NBA changed it up, but they're going back to their roots a little bit. But I think for the NFL, this is the flag football thing was so interesting. Cause I don't know if you guys ever played flag football or not, but I remember in elementary school, like we used to play flag football sometimes like outside, and it is one of the hardest things to get somebody's flag, especially somebody that's got speed. Like I know you guys probably in high school, middle school, elementary school, sometime during your younger years, you felt like you was the fastest guy at all times, and then this new guy or a guy that just comes up, he is always right there with you. Like he always either right there or right above you. And you like, man, I want to beat this guy. And you always go against each other and stuff like that. Like I always had that during school growing up. So I don't know if they got the flag football thing in here and like the whole week events, like the dodgeball game. Dodgeball game is some of the most entertaining games you will see. If they got that in there, that's going to be crazy, man. But cannot wait. Without further ado, jump right into it.
We just got a brand new title update for Madden 24, and this is a bit of a surprise update in my opinion because it is the second update of the month, and usually at this time of the year, we don't get multiple title updates a month. We usually get one within the first 10 days of the month, and that's about it. So that also means we should still be expecting another bigger title update potentially within the first 10 days of February as well, because that's something that's pretty standard. We pretty much always get a title update at the beginning of every month, and it's usually a pretty big update for the most part. Sometimes when we get that second update, it's a little bit of a smaller one, and I know with this update here, they kind of wanted to push it out because there was an issue that they wanted to fix, but there were also some other things included in this update as well. And if you never want to miss out on any of these important Madden updates,
So it's a title update.
News and leaks we're going to be getting very soon, as well as the NCAA football news we're going to also be getting soon from EA. Make sure to subscribe, turn the bell icon.
I ain't gonna lie, that field looks so clean with the stars.
600,000 subscribers.
I like
before
that.
the release of Madden 25. So if everybody watching just subbed, we could hit that number in a few days. Now, one of the biggest things that was addressed in this title update was the fatigue glitch or issue, which funny enough only became a thing earlier this month with the last title update, where they tried to make some changes to defense to fatigue the blitzing defensive backs that are commonly blitzing off the edge. It's one of the more popular Madden metas year in and year out, and they wanted to add some fatigue penalties for when those smaller blitzing defenders were going up against the bigger offensive linemen. But as usual, when you try to tinker with things too much, it had an effect on multiple players on the defense, and it just wasn't really what they were setting out to do, and it kind of caused more harm than good, and we've seen that happen before. So they had to make a little bit of an update here, and it says that they fixed the fatigue bug that was causing defensive linemen and linebackers to fatigue inappropriately. It says here this was an undesired artifact from the change that went into the previous title update for pass rushers who were outweighed by a 90 pounds or more pass blocker with fatigue more than expected when engaging in a block. This was intended to impact defenders who are not consistently designated pass rushers like corners and safeties. So like I just explained, it was supposed to affect the smaller blitzing defensive backs, but it was affecting kind of the whole defense. So we'll see if this fix actually works or if it's still going to be an issue, because sometimes they say they fix things and we know how that goes. It still winds up being an issue. Superstar mode also got a couple of slight changes here. It says users can now equip boosters directly after purchasing from the featured deals screen. So I'm not really sure what the issue here was, because I don't play superstar mode, but I guess this wasn't something you could equip directly after purchasing in the past, and now you can. And they also have some general bug and stability fixes, which again, we don't really ever know what that means. We just assume it's connection stuff, server related stuff to keep game modes from crashing.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's stuff on the back end.
So they're kind of always including
like
those in every title update to some degree. Here's something else kind of
maybe like the engine, not
it says here for presentation,
yeah,
the Pro Bowl game is
back
now
end
the
stuff like
official
that.
home of the Madden NFL head-to-head skills competition and the Pro Bowls game. This coming Sunday, watch 2 AFC players compete against 2 NFC players in our revamped Pro Bowl game to earn their conference 3 points. Virtually, the game takes place at the Coliseum as a tribute to Coach Madden. But with this update, it appears that they updated the Pro Bowl game for Madden 24. It has the updated Pro Bowl rosters. I'm not sure if it changed uniforms or not, because I don't remember what the Pro Bowl game was before this update, if they updated the uniforms to this year's, but they definitely updated the rosters, so now you have the official Pro Bowl teams for Madden.
I don't think I ever played the Pro Bowl in Madden.
Pro Bowl teams that they're going to be playing with at the Skills Challenge, which is kind of something new they're doing.
Yes, I have, but I've never made a video about
some
it.
people will probably tune in to watch it, but if you like playing the Pro Bowl in Madden itself, it is now updated. We also have some UI changes here. It says they fixed an issue where game stats did not populate in the in-game pause menu in online head-to-head. I definitely saw some people complaining about that. It says here that they had various player portrait updates. They've kind of been doing that all year, updating the player portraits inside the player cards as a lot of players were outdated. And they also had various stability updates, which again, we don't really truly know, but we think it's server-related stuff, so that's always good to see. Madden Ultimate Team also got some minor updates here. It says it fixed an issue where all X factors would reset at halftime. Definitely saw some complaints there. That's definitely not good, but they got that fixed. They adjusted the filters, fixed button functionality when upgrading a player item using an eligible upgrade token, and once again, they had some general stability fixes. Now, with this update here, we did not see any franchise mode updates, which isn't really too shocking because, again, I think this was more so of an unintended update. I believe that if it wasn't for the fatigue bug, we wouldn't be seeing this update. We would have just got our next big update in February, which again could be in about a week to 10 days from now, probably before the Super Bowl, I would imagine. So I think that's why this is a bit of a smaller update that doesn't include every single game mode, and it also doesn't include anything like player likeness, which we haven't seen in the last couple updates. That's definitely something that's been quite lacking this year, in my opinion. Usually they've been a little bit better about getting more player likeness in post-launch. This year we've seen a
yeah, that's true. I remember he made like he was making videos like every other week about the player likeness updates.
Get some more player likeness in the game, maybe some other franchise mode things tinkered with a little bit, and definitely some more gameplay fixes. But this was more of a hot fix title update, in my opinion, because the fatigue issue was pretty severe, and it was also just including a few other things that they were able to get into the game. But we should see a much bigger update coming in February because that's the typical update time of the month. We should also be seeing a refresh of the Superstar and X Factor players pretty soon as well, because they do update that twice a year, and the last update I believe was in November for that, so we could be seeing that in February or at the latest March. I believe last year they did do that in March, which I feel like it's a little bit later in the year, but sometimes they tend to want to do the final X Factor and Superstar update after the Super Bowl, so there's a chance we could see it in February, but more than likely we will see that in March. And I know a lot of people are still waiting for that because, you know, there's a lot of players that definitely have kind of regressed and need to downgrade, and there's a lot of new young players that definitely need to upgrade. So
that's facts.
Month or two, we should see that kind of final refresh of those players as well. Hoping we get it before the Super Bowl, but more than likely it will be in the update after the Super Bowl. And also another thing to be mindful of, tonight does kick off the Madden Bowl finals on EA's Twitch channel, so if you are an Ultimate Team player, you can watch and win.
I never actually really watched those, but I've seen like clips and stuff like that, and they look fire. But this update, he did talk about the Pro Bowl and how it would be, is it 3-on-3 like NFC, the NFC AFC? I'm not gonna lie to you, I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Now the Pro Bowl, I always be forgetting to, like, when I used to play Madden a lot, I always used to forget to play the Pro Bowl. Like, I don't know why, I just always used to forget to play it. But now that I think about, like, I think a lot more people should be able to play the Pro Bowl more. And I think with this update, I think you're gonna see a little bit more steam on playing the Pro Bowl. So it wasn't too many things that, you know, I could really talk about, because I'm not really an Ultimate Team player. I'm more of a franchise superstar mode type of player. So that's gonna do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.